Welcome back, folks. It's playoff time here at NECC. We've got Southern Miss versus Illinois State taking each other in the Legends division here on NECC. I'm joined by my partner in crime, Mr. FBI Tugboat. Mr. FBI Tugboat, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Captain Atsoka and I were able to mix up a couple of two fantastic matches for our first two. That was the Chargers taking on the Huskies, the Nighthawks taking on the Wildcats. Wildcats out of Wayne State there. Talking about state colleges, state universities, excuse me. Illinois State, Redbirds here. Put up their first 35 seconds into this best of 5.
Illinois State getting that first goal in this first game today. These two have already actually played each other in the regular season. Week 1, Southern Miss taking a 3-0 over Illinois State. At the moment, the winner of this match will go against the loser of Maryville versus OC Esports, and it looks like Illinois State is going to be the one who wants that title. A close double tap off the backboard, but it's going to be lightly missed. CG trying to keep it on the side, but it's going to be Melodic now with a little bit of possession. A demo coming out. Zath gets Sith off of the field, and now in the air it's No Mansion leaving that for CG off the corner. This is a centered shot, might float in, and it does. No Mansion ready for the pass.
No Mansion, 2 shots, a goal inside, an assist, and a save. No Mansion doing everything all across this Rocket League pitch. Fiat, you were talking a little bit about how these two teams got here. Both of these teams are the Legends Group B division. Southern Miss, a 4-3 regular season record. Illinois State University, the Redbirds here, a 5-2. The difference, these two teams' schedules during that regular season was that number 1 week, that 3-0 for Illinois State against Southern Miss. The big deal breaker here between these two to make one of these teams 4-3 and one of them 5-2 was that Southern Miss is going to have a lot more to play for. A little bit of a revenge story here coming in against Illinois State. That's a solid shot right across the bow as Melodic, wow, takes this defensive block in hand and sends this screaming back down the other way.
Now up in the midfield, a few people go up for that ball. Not going to be, but it's going to be Zath on the flick. CG, good save. That was top right in the net immediately. Southern Miss now trying to get out of their comfort zone a little bit, but now back on defense, making the quick save. Now Astro up on the shot in the midfield. Melodic comes and swoops that in. High hit, but it's going to go straight to No Mansion, hitting that back to Astro, just staying on this right side of the field, except for here's a little bit of a breakout here. Zath, close shot off the backboard, but still Illinois State survive. 2-0 lead still with half the game gone, and now on the shot it's Astro, and another save coming out from CG, looking like a brick wall.
Really are. Shot down bottom. Astro not going to be denied thrice. 1, 2, 3 shots on this goal. Last one gonna make it in 3 seconds outside of halftime. Southern Miss, the Golden Eagles, purchased themselves a lot more wiggle room.
Just one more goal needed to tie that match up off the kickoff. That's going to be a bit more awkward. Luckily, Southern Miss gets the opportunity to score off that counter. Melodic ties it up immediately right there, and that hit to the right wall. No one really saw it coming. Melodic had to react last second to put that in, and it is a banger, 57 miles an hour. Southern Miss now tie game.
Breaking most speed limits outside of highway speeds, at least here in good old US of A. About, 5 seconds outside of halftime. A tying factor, almost CG with another one right here. This would have been a fantastic way to take the lead just outside of halftime, but no harm, no foul. The Southern Miss squad as they assume their own offensive stance.
Illinois State now with the back on the defense to go, but No Mansion is going to go for that double tap, and now Zath, the shutdown, gets 50'd by CG. That's going to roll lightly towards the backboard. Astro has a little bit of possession, but it's going to leave that for Melodic. Hits that to the left wall, though, and now Illinois State trying to look a bit more aggressive right here. Shut down by Melodic. The pass just wasn't there yet. Game still remaining tie right here, and Sith pinch off the corner, but it's going to be a hit from Astro, and now Illinois State pressing on.
Pressing on indeed, pressing on with a lot of pressure as well as Illinois State just tries to. Melodic thinks that they have the golden ticket, and that's just to get this one vertical. This is an Illinois State squad that have been pushing onto the offense for quite a while, so easy to assume their boost reserves, not going to be ideal as it is. Southern Miss still facing another defensive opportunity without really scoring opportunities their way on the other side of this field, at least the past couple minutes or so, my friend.
Yeah, 53 seconds left on the clock, and it's still a close game, as you said. And now, just trying to find anything with this last minute. You're going to see some crazy stuff come out here at a 50 pinches towards Illinois State, but it's going to be a little bit of a follow-up. Zath, great touch right there off the backboard, and now still on Southern Miss's side. They have a bit of room to work with right here. Melodic going to be in the air, only able to get one touch. CG with the pass to the midfield to No Mansion. Now pinches back out. Zath trying to put this onto the backboard, looking for the pass, but misses the corner hit. 15 seconds left. Melodic's coming in. He's getting the pinch mid. It's going to be Sith, though, following it up, and now No Mansion up in the air. Trying to look for something. Might be able to get it, and Zath, last second, 3 seconds left on the clock. Ball still in the air right now, and it bounces up high. Melodic to the midfield, but no one's going to be there. No Mansion is going to send this game 1 to overtime.
Hey, folks, that was the SMU, St. Mary's University, and the University of North New Haven out of Connecticut. They, between that game and the Nighthawks and Wildcats, we had seven total games. 4 of them went to overtime. Are you kidding me?
Oh my.
First game here on broadcast between the Southern Miss squad and Illinois State University Redbirds goes to OT. Why am I surprised?
I mean, these teams really are putting each other to their limits. This has been relentless right now from Illinois State. Almost a shot, but it's going to be 50 and save. Zath on the sidewall, trying to get it over CG. Gets that light touch, though. Going to mess up Southern Miss just a little bit. Astro, a bit of an awkward place, and now off the backboard, CG putting that back into the corner. A hit high from Melodic on the side, while Illinois State still looking for that opportunity, though. But it's going to be Melodic sending that down to the midfield. Illinois State now trying to regain that pressure, and with this shot in the air, that's going to be close, but 2 go from Southern Miss in order to save that ball.
Yeah, this is just a back and forth. A lot of times we reach overtimes here, Fiat, and then either team is really reluctant to go forth and make a solid effort. That's not the problem that we're having on the day. Zath now a big run, trying to stall this one out. Comes with the demo way too high off the pass from Zath here. CG was Melodic. Wow! Comes down, trying to find a demo. Looks like they got that on to CG on the backside. Can't get in front of this ball. Is satisfied to take this one off the wall.
Possession again. No Mansion has it for a little bit, but it's going to be Zath clearing it right back to that orange side of the field. Melodic, great pinch. Unfortunately, just a bit too fast for anyone on Southern Miss to follow up there, but they still have a bit of pressure. CG, good clears to the right, but it's going to be Zath with the follow, hitting that up mid. No Mansion, monster beat right there in the midfield. Now back on Southern Miss's side. They have to take it across the field, and Astro's trying to do just that. Gets it over 1, but CG gets the light touch in the midfield. Now both these teams find possession of that ball, and it's going to be a clear from Sith straight back to Southern Miss. And now on Illinois' side, they're pressing for the shot, but it's still in the corner. CG still has this ball, trying to pass that, and now it's Illinois State trying to get the offense going.
2.5 minutes into overtime. Whoa, that was almost a huge mistake. Heartbreak of a mistake there in front of the goal from Southern Miss. They've gotten this far. It would be terrible to have lost, taken an L off the back of a own goal here. CG denying resources of the Southern Miss defense as he puts it up against the backboard, looks for something, bad pass, and it comes back to CG. Interrupted, broken up, and thwarted as Southern Miss on that play. This goes back the other way. Melodic, wow, tries to take the offensive pass, or the defensive pass, excuse me. It's Zath now with a big clear. That's right in front. Zath burns everything to try and get in front of that open net ball, but it's nothing doing. In the 3 minutes and 15 seconds we go.
this overtime, Tugboat. It's long for a game one. You never really expect it to go to overtime immediately, but these two teams want it, and they want it badly, and now it's going to be Zath on the offensive, gets read by CG. Melodic able to get the pinch, but it's not going forward, but they're just going to keep this on the orange side until Sith able to find that clearance to this Southern Miss corner. Now pressing, a little bit of pressure, great 50 from Zath, just sending that back, doesn't want to keep it on their side. They're trying to keep up that pressure now, and with a little bit mounting, Astro tries to get it over one defender, but Illinois State still holding on. This is a high hit off the backboard, though. Might be a double tap dunk. Close coming out, but saved last second.
Why am I not surprised? Melodic, wow, finds another attempt right there, but the defense does come strong. It is, again, almost 5 minutes, folks, almost a full another Rocket League game to start this one out. This is a 4-3 squad, 5-2. We could have told you this was going to be even-handed. Sith trying to get in position to pick this one up, but you got to be surprised even so that we're now at 4.5 minutes of OT. Broken up by the Southern Miss defense yet again. Now tries to wing this one around. A big clear purchases Southern Miss. The Golden Eagles a lot of time to pick up boost and get into position. Zath makes the most out of that preparation. Sends it to the teammate Melodic. Wow! Takes this off of the backboard. Tries to bring it out. And that's going to be a takeaway from Illinois State University.
Ooh, close opportunity off that sidewall. It was a redirect straight into that top left of the net. Illinois State now with a bit of pressure mounting. Zath a bit awkward, but still has the 50 there. Melodic, wow, is in the air now with the pass to the midfield. That's going to be pinched down. Southern Miss, though, still has a bit of pressure. Zath needs to get this hit right there in the air, and he does. He might have a dunk here, too. It's going to be a close hit. Southern Miss now back into the midfield, just trying to get it over one. It gets it over CG. Astro, though, not able to get all three defenders. Illinois State been playing a concise, close-knit game right here, and Southern Miss still finding the pressure, have also been able to keep up. And now with 5:30 on the overtime clock, we've been watching these two teams play for nearly 10 minutes at this point.
Can't say it before 5 minutes, Fiat, but now that we're here, I assume we're going to be here for a while. Longest overtime you've ever personally casted, sir?
Oh,
Question.
I think that would have been a 9-minute overtime NECC, I believe.
14.5 minutes. It was a Pennsylvania Community College right before COVID. 14.5 minutes. It was brutal. And again, 14. It was on land too. They actually debated going forth and like having the coaches tap all their players on the back at the same second and take a break. It was that long.
Oh
CG.
My.
CG bringing that one out. That's going to be a takeaway from Southern Miss. Sith now puts this one decently on board. Zath says, that's too close for comfort. Get that one out of here post haste. It is evicted, served papers, and still just hanging out on the left side.
It's going to be a hit straight back to Illinois State University. It's been back and forth between both of these teams, just sending whatever they can towards the net. Yet the defense of both of these teams still standing strong right now. And in general, like, these two teams really are just putting pressure on, well, to each other. And almost 7 minutes of this overtime.
Yeah, insane stuff. 12-minute overtime game here for this first Rocket League Best of 5 in the series. No advantage with throughout the regular time. No advantage for 7 minutes past that. No advantage in the series, of course. This is numero uno. A little takeaway action there from Melodic. Wow, as no one else from the rest of the squad is able to bring this one up and over. This was Zath that almost gave it up. Last bastion of defense right there, but it's going to hold strong for the Southern Miss squad.
7 minutes, 30 seconds, and they're still pressing on with the pressure. No Mansion hitting high into that corner, but it's going to be Melodic trying to get something. And now a bit of pressure. It's Zath shutting that down immediately. And a shot on target saved by Astro, and now some space to work with. No Mansion puts an end to the game one overtime. Beautiful demo play, just leaves that net open.
Wow, 7 minutes, 45 seconds right here. Gonna be longest online over, we have each other figured out a lot right here, right? Got to mix up something in overtime. That's kind of what happens off the back right there. Just a little bit of demo action, something that is really not, nothing fantastic and new. Still holds true. finds advantage in the OT situation. Illinois State University has a lead in this series, but I gotta say, it doesn't really feel like one.
Southern Miss is still fighting for this game and for this series. Game 2 now for both of these teams, and it's now on Southern Miss's side to defend. Zach, full boost mostly, about 70, and CG, though, is going to try to pick that up for an offensive play. Illinois keeping that close on the Southern Miss side. A high hit. Is anyone able to follow that up? No, it's going to be Melodic on the Southern Miss side, trying to get the 50 now, trying to get a pass. Now just trying to look for any of that possession because they know that that open space is a commodity at this point, and that's an open net for Sid. A beautiful shot coming out from the redirect on the Dominus.
From the last time that this Southern Miss player touches this, you can literally watch this play get drawn up, especially with the attempted bump on the backside there from the assist from the Illinois State University player right there. Fantastic stuff. Sets it up and earned all the way through about 60 seconds into this one.
Off the backboard again, it's Astro in the air, trying to look for a pass, and it's going to be Zath now on the possession. A bit of a whip, awkward ball for Southern Miss, and it's No Mansion now on the offensive. Zath trying to shut that down, just trying to keep that in the midfield. This is a good opportunity for Southern Miss, but cleared out again by No Mansion, just keeping it on the side. Now getting a bit into the air right now. High ball, it's going to be CG on the first touch, able to get the second and the dunk as well, but it's going to be Astro picking up this ball now. Both of these teams going back and forth, and that's a shot on target, but a bit too high off the off the backboard, I should say. And now Southern Miss finding a bit of an opportunity here.
We'll see what they work with it. That's a solid shot. That was an attempted pass to try and get this one just a little bit in front of that Southern Miss defender here, Fiat. Doesn't quite work out, but hey, transition this one into an offense perfectly. Melodic, wow, comes up and really gets hit away from this one. No real opportunity to put this one in. His ball is now going immediately the other way of Southern Miss.
Ooh, that was almost a shot on target. Illinois State now trying to get a bit spicy, looking a bit more mechanical, a bit more confident in the air, but now it's Astro with the shot that's going to roll straight up the post. CG now has the ball, trying to keep that in, and it looks like Southern Miss now still wanting to mount some pressure. An awkward play coming for Illinois State, and now Melodic in the air with the ceiling shot possible. It's floating, but it's Sith coming down, shooting the redirect into the corner. Now CG up in the air again. Illinois State just going back and forth, able to get good counterattack. Zath, awkward, but able to get the catch off the ceiling. Just floats down, taking that ball for Southern Miss.
So yeah, again, I really want to see what they do with it, because it's been 1-0 for a while here, Fiat. Plenty of opportunities on both sides. Astro here with one themselves, but not really getting involved. Other side of the field, no defensive saves. Obviously no assists for the squad so far. Looking at Zath, only one single attempted shot. This tells me that Illinois State University, the Redbirds, are continuously maintaining possession and not really allowing any opportunity. That CG shot tells me that ×2.
Immediate dunk. No Mansion just takes it a bit slow. Exactly what they needed. Control the pace of the game, and you're going to get opportunity after opportunity. And it just 50s off. CG putting in the second one for the Firebirds here, or for the, I believe it's the Firebirds. I think it's the Firebirds, but Illinois State now with the 2-0 leads. Redbirds is what I'm being told it is. And now Melodic in the air trying to put in one. 1:27 left on the clock. Southern Miss needs to get going just a little bit, a bit more pedal, or metal to the pedal, pedal to the metal, something, one or the other, and now still up, floating up in the air. It's going to be No Mansion with the possession in the corner, tries to get the 50, but it's Astro with one more touch.
60 seconds to go or so. This is, again, the insurance goal that has been purchased from the Illinois State Redbirds, or Illinois State University Redbirds, excuse me. Well, they've been able to just maintain possession and kind of play a time game thus far, Fiat, but once Southern Miss pours it all into, well, never mind. I was going to say once Southern Miss pours it all into offense, that's the kind of pressure that really does crack teams. If they can find one, then it's within. But 51 seconds, 3 scores to go. Illinois State University would just simply have to play in a way that they have not so far in this series. They are 51 seconds away from punching their ticket to a match point.
so far, Tugboat, it's Illinois State to be the first one to really find their identity on this match right here. A 3-0 lead in game 2 is looking pretty sturdy for the Redbirds here, and they're pushing onto the offense. Still Melodic, though, gets a redirect to the midfield, and now CG up high off the ceiling. Maybe the dunk, maybe the shot. Oh my goodness, the most beautiful team play you could dream of from Illinois.
CG off the ceiling, fantastic pass. No Mansion sets this one up with no problem whatsoever. 30 seconds to go. This game 2 is donezo. We enjoyed a really close back and forth in game number 1, a game 1 that did go the way of the Redbirds. That is in the rearview mirror right now.
Illinois State, they're starting to cook, Tugboat, and now Southern Miss, last second opportunity, but with 15 seconds left, it looks like this game 2 is 100% secured for Illinois State. Some beautiful plays coming out from them, and Southern Miss now looking to see what they need to change in order to counter, in order to go for the reverse sweep, which is what they need to keep their playoff hopes alive in this double elim bracket. And that will, they're keeping the ball up, they're going for the shot and a little redirect, and
what they use, what they get from that, what they go forth and turn that into, because even 2 shots frequently isn't going to yield a goal in a Legends Group B division that is incredibly high-skilled. Of course, Legends being the highest within the NECC.
Southern Miss getting a bit creative off the kickoff right here. Almost a shot for Astro Sade, but now it's Illinois State University, and as soon as I say that, No Mansion just takes the ball and just lightly puts it in. Sit up in the air off the backboard, and No Mansion just waits for them to give him some space and then just shoots it. Bottom right, 1 goal, 15 seconds in.
Unsurprised that this squad gets this going on. Whoa, what a pinch. Jeez, a little crab play right off the beginning. 15 seconds into this one, Illinois State has figured it out.
Astro on the corner. It's going to be Zath, a little bit of a passing play there, but gets in their own way. Illinois State now with a bit of pressure in the corner. It's CG. Astro shutting him down. No Mansion with the shot. Pushes his teammate into the save. Beautiful. You want to see a little bit more of that. It's that teamwork coming out for Southern Miss. 1 goal down, but with 4 minutes left, they have a bit of time and a bit of hope right here. Zath in the air going for the dunk. Maybe straight.
Whoa.
In. An amazing play, and you cannot just read anything that comes from Southern Miss after that one.
Almost 6 minutes scoring drought. Well, heck, I can't even call it that, right? Okay, so you take the 7 minutes of the overtime where Southern Miss didn't score. Then you take the 5 minutes of the second game where they didn't score. Then you take about the first minute of this one they didn't score. Fortunately, the rains have come. The drought is over. Southern Miss on the board right now, and back to a true neutral tied situation we go, Fiat.
Tie game, just like we saw at game 1, but it's going to be No Mansion again taking the lead for Illinois. And just, it hits off the corner. Melodic just doesn't get a touch right there, and the rest of the team, it's just awkward. He had to get that touch. Now Illinois State with a tiny bit of wiggle room, but a 1-goal lead is never that secure with this much time left on the clock. A good kickoff coming out from Illinois State, but it's going to be Zath on the possession. Sith shutting that down immediately. No Mansion looking for the demos. They're all over the field right now. A shot opportunity coming in, but not able to put the sauce on the ball right there. Zath keeping that play, trying to get it out. Now they have an open net, and it's going to be Southern Miss with the response. Melodic. Wow, stealing the goal.
So we have an overtime situation in game 1, right? And overtime, folks, in case you're just joining us, they went 7 minutes and 43 seconds. A game 2 right there, they went forth to a 0-4 shellacking of the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. ISU put them down in the dirt where they stand. Now we have a game 3 that has spent way more time in the completely tied up situation, no advantage either side, than we have not. And this one coming off the back, this tying factor, right? So they missed the second goal coming off the back of Illinois State completely fumbling the bag.
Surely this is going to be our second overtime of the series, right? Like, I don't know. I feel it. I can feel it on the brink. Back pass coming out almost goes wrong for Southern Miss. Sith tries to get the 15 to the net, but it's Melodic with the good positioning to outplay it. Now high ball in the corner again. It's going to be Astro hitting that center for Zath. Zath coming in early but shut down by Sith. Melodic in the air trying to give that ball to his teammates but not able to find it, just keeping it on the Illinois side. And now CG with a little bit of a counterplay coming out, the redirect into the corner. Southern Miss back on their own side yet again, but in the tie game that they have right now, trying to push that back onto the orange field.
Pass on in there to CG. That almost lands and strikes true to the heart of Southern Miss, but halftime is not where they're going to be giving up this tied situation. Still a true neutral. Bouncing play looking dangerous. Melodic, wow, looks really, really good coming up to that, and then the blade just kind of breaks down as that comes. Astro beating feet to a big boost and to get into position. Zath trying to bring this one up, and it's going to be Astro. Fantastic rotation, put him in position to get this one going. Nice shot, an open net, wasted there for Southern Miss. They're on match point here, Fiat. They cannot afford to throw opportunities like that into the rubbish.
Oh, and they even had the bump on them too, Tugboat. And it was an opportunity. You just got to send the clanger in the middle of the net. Southern Miss not able to do it yet. The game still tied right now. They still have this opportunity. A bit of an awkward play coming out here. Zero boost for CG. It's going to be Melodic and No Mansion with the 50. Sith in the air now has a bit of possession, going for the foot reset. Does he have it? No, but it's going to be a low shot from No Mansion, trying to put that in for Illinois State. 1:15 left on the clock. Astro now up on the sidewall in the corner. It's going to be CG. Melodic has the shot, passes that mid though. Zath not able to get the hit. It's Astro floating it in, and it floats in. Southern Miss take the lead.
This is just a perfect little play, right? This is more so, I mean, what we talked about quantity quality earlier. This is way more so about just perfect handling of your car on the way up and a nice little hit to the top. If this was any lower, this would been an easy block away for the Illinois State Redbirds.
Southern Miss now with 1 minute, just need to keep up the pressure, and it looks like they're doing so. Astro, bit of a backwards hit, but Zaz still able to retain control of that ball. Shot mid, it's going to be towards the net, saved by Sith, and now Illinois State has a bit of time, a bit of space to work with. Off the corner, decides to go for the fake. CG giving this ball to Astro, who has zero boost now, just taking the 50, and it's Zaf coming in now, trying to help out his teammate, trying to get this ball off the Southern Miss side, exactly what the priorities are right now. But Illinois is immensing that pressure. A back pass to Sith, a bit awkward. CG having to make a slower turn, but has full boost in the air, trying to go, and it's going to be Astro though sending that ball again down the field. 15 seconds left. They just need to keep this ball out of their net.
Yeah, Southern Miss, this is just, again, biggest opponent right now is the time. 000's coming up here soon. As long as this ball is kept aloft, that's centered. Zath has got to get to it and does. Keeps it aloft, so this ball's still alive. Got to keep it. Zath first, No Mansion second. Where's the third? Got to get out to it. That's a ground ball, and that's Southern Miss taking a game off of Illinois State.
They're crawling back into this series. It isn't over yet until that third game has been won. And now 2-1 in this lower bracket quarterfinal is going to leave Southern Miss with the opportunity for the reverse sweep. And it was a good change of pace for Southern Miss. They were really putting on their shots on net. That accuracy got fixed midway.
Yep. Yeah, and the other huge thing, the other understated thing here for Southern Mississippi, is that they had 3 goals. They're also evenly divided across all 3 of these members. That's showing me that all 3 of these members can go forth and get it done, can have their skills pay the bills when it matters the most. How about a match point game 3 right there when they're down 2-0? To game 4 we go, and Southern Miss, I do feel like, obviously an point advantage, of course, for the Redbirds, but I feel like this last game made a statement, especially off of a 0-4 stomp, that is now like, this is anybody's series. This is anybody's to take right here. The next game will define that.
Yep. Illinois State can't get comfortable in this series, even though they still have the series lead and are on match point here. They need to be aware that Southern Miss still has some tricks up their sleeve right now, and they're playing a few of them. They have they're finding that open space that Illinois wasn't necessarily worried about at the beginning of the series, but now that pressure, those small mistakes can amount to a series or a game loss.
Just little tiny things that add up here. That is Rocket League at its core. You know, you get a little, one player using a little bit too much boost, you get one player out of position, you get one player, you know, going for a bump or a demo. These are the kinds of things that equal all the way out at the end of the math to an open net situation against yourself. That's what Illinois State found themselves in not 3 minutes ago for the defining factor between these two teams in that game number 3.
Sith with the good clear out to the left wall. Going to need a second touch. It's Melodic sending that in. Straight back. Illinois State going for the glory, but saved by CG. Southern Miss. A little bit of pressure. Melodic trying to be a troublemaker on the Illinois side, and it's Astro with the possession off the ceiling. Zero boost, not able to get it, but it's straight back to Zach. Powerful hit and a double tap of the fake. Oh, the two Southern Miss get the first goal of game number 4.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Zath right here as the little Astro comes in and just interrupts everything that was going on defensively. They take the first goal, in this game number 4, which is a statement that cannot have been made before this game. They got scored on first in game number 1, a game 1 that went to overtime. They didn't score whatsoever in game number 2, and once again, the Redbirds scored first, and then could bring in the tying factor. 3-2 final result for Southern Miss in game number 3.
This is definitely still anyone's game here, Tugboat, and Southern Miss still are at a bit of a disadvantage, but they're not letting that get to them too much. It's CG, though, with the shot opportunity, the dunk, possible, but saved perfectly by Southern Miss, and now with a bit of a counter, it's just going to be No Mansion rolling that back to his own side in the air, needs to get the dribble, tries to get it over Melodic, but the 50 in the midfield, it's going to be CG again trying to get it around Southern Miss, but they are ready for everything right now. A shot on target for Astro. No Mansion making the save, and it's CG in the air, beats one, but not able to put that on net. Southern Miss looking a bit more comfortable, but still walking on eggshells in this series. Don't have a lot of wiggle room, but they have a bit of space here in the corner. Maybe a shot opportunity past mid. Zath hits it high on the possession. The pump's coming out. Astro just keeping that guy off the field. You know, he doesn't need to play. You don't need to let him on the field.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you really count it up, I'm not sure what CG was doing right there. Maybe tries to redirect this one to the undercarriage, but that was not necessary as there was nobody. If you just maintain the speed of that ball, there was nobody back there who was going to take that one. Illinois State's going to wish they had that one back off the back of a CG interaction that's just never necessary.
Halfway through this game, and Southern Miss still have the lead. It's only one goal, though, and we got an own goal nearly.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, that comes in last second to save that, but a misplay definitely from Melodic, trying to make up for it, going for the demo, trying to get some open space, gets that third man a bit awkward, but it's still Sith with the touch. No Mansion with a little bit of a 50 right there. Illinois State has a bit of pressure right here, all of them in the same area for Southern Miss. A bit of an awkward play. Unsure why that third man moved up so clear, but it does work out for them, so they are still coming out unscathed.
It's like synchronized wiggling off the wall right there. I'm not really sure what that one was. Obviously, two players, same position. Backboard is not ideal, but now a demo, stretch. I was going to say a stretch back the other way, but Zath, this is not centered. Had it been, this is an open net all day long, and the first 2-0 lead that Southern Miss would have been able to enjoy quite a while. Now Melodic, wow, coming in with the defensive positioning. No Mansion takes to the skies, but that's nobody there from the Redbirds to swoop in on this one and try and take a score from it.
Southern Miss pressed up against the wall a little bit, but Astro monster clear back to Illinois State's side, giving them a bit of room to breathe. It's Sif back on the double tap possibility, just going a bit too fast for him now. Off the sidewall, it's No Mansion with the beat. Astro now has a bit of possession off the flick. CG taking that back to the left side wall, and now Zath here trying to put a second one in for Southern Miss. Doesn't have the opportunity or the boost. No, Demo's flying out. from Illinois. They're just trying to get some space to work with and maybe a shot opportunity. But Zath, last second save, 34 seconds left. Southern Miss hold on.
Decent pinch, actually just sets up the shot. CG, Sith is going to be glad that they were there. Sends this one screaming back to the other side. We did see 0-0 situations and a little bit of volleyball played for a few seconds at least at the end of this one, so I'm not going to count this one quite out, but Southern Miss, they maintain this 1-0 lead to the end of this game. We're going to be seeing a game number 5.
8 seconds left, though, and that was an opportunity, not able to get that on target, and now 2 seconds left. It's no mansion with the high flick. Zath able to get the touch, but it's still in the air. This time, this game is not won until the ball hits the ground, and now it's CG keeping this ball up. A high hit off the backboard. It's going to be Melodic on the clear to the sidewall, and that should bounce down. But Illinois still holding on a little bit in the series in their hands if they can get the win. And now pressure coming out. This is an open net for Southern Mississippi, and 4:52 off on the clock still, and they get that 1-goal lead again off the kickoff.
This is exactly what they ployed into a game win in game number 4, folks. Now here, Illinois State has had their own, 6 or 7 minute scoring drought now, while they have allowed up 2. If this goes down to another 1-0 game, there's going to be some major talkings to going on at Illinois State.
That was a close opportunity coming out from Illinois. They had the passing play, but it just didn't come out in time, and now it's no mention in the air. Sith able to take the rebound, gets it over one, but straight to the backboard. Zath playing that perfectly again in the air. Melodic with the 50 towards the midfield. That's a bit high, and that was coming out. Melodic getting a bit aggressive, trying to delete some of these players off the field. It's going to be Zath on the defensive shot coming out, and it's going to be off the left side post, and that was a close one for Southern Miss.
How many times, dude? How many times is Illinois State gonna get a real solid offensive opportunity and then just not put it on the backboard, man? Just not put it through this net. It has been so many that they've come so close to in the past 8 minutes or so. Now with about 60 expired in this game, with nothing doing, with nothing hitting.
It's Sith now in the air, trying to look for something, a bit of a stalled 50. That's a shot opportunity. Melodic, though, off the post, able to get this save. Now it's a bit awkward, a bit of a backwards pass. It's going to be CG with the rebound, hitting that right to No Mansion for the pass in the air. It's No Mansion, gets it over one of the backboard. This is a shot opportunity. And Astro, again, coming in last second, slide it in to just catch that ball. Southern Miss are able to read these offensive plays coming out from Illinois very well. They need to get out of the box, think a little bit outside of the box right here. They want a scoring opportunity.
And this is the other thing, especially if you can get a fast transition into offense, all you really need is one player with 100 boost to come off of the ceiling, because this is not going to be a team that's going to be equipped just to have the simple resources to boost to go forth and answer something like that. We've been screaming so far about the Southern Miss offense. I think it's time we give a huge shout out to all 3 of these defensive performances from these players as well. The simple fact of shutting down Illinois State University, they went 5-2 during the regular season, they 3-0 the squad Southern Miss in week number 1. That, once again, is a thing of the past. Check the rearview mirror for that one, because it ain't here no more, okay? There's nothing going past here for Southern Miss. Like against them, to make points against them is what I'm saying, of course.
Of course. I mean, both of these teams have played phenomenal, especially on their defense and the offense. Passing play from Sith, as soon as we say it, CG just passes that down shot, and then CG comes back again from the dead and just shoots it on net for the tying goal. 2:26 left on this clock in game number 5, and now the kickoff going to go in favor a bit of Southern Miss, but it should be No Mansion on the possession. Melodic just trying to get that force over one. Astro, a bit of an awkward touch. No Mansion hitting this mid, and it's a bit of a high pinch. Sith now has a bit of space to work with, almost a double tap opportunity. Illinois State now making Southern Miss a little bit nervous after that play, because you have to admit that was stunning to watch.
Yeah, I mean, Illinois State, their offense has even been doing well. That's why I keep praising the Southern Miss defense, and at a certain point, something has got to give, right? This has just been double-digit offensive attempts there for Illinois State, and at a certain point, it's just going to be too much, even through a miraculous performance here for Southern Miss, maybe not miraculous, a stunning, like astounding performance. Not miraculous, because that indicates a miracle, and that indicates they did not earn it.
Both of these teams are definitely earning their spot in the playoff bracket right now, but only one can remain in it after this matchup, and it's CG in the air trying to get the dunk. He does get it, but it's going to be a bit too awkward to play from the Illinois side, and now to go for Southern Miss. A bit of an awkward position to be in, but now Zath, good high hit to Melodic, able to keep a bit of pressure up, play some time for that third man to come back, and now Southern Miss trying to get it around one, does get it around one, gets the dunk as well, but Sith able to come back for the possession, and now a bit of time left, 52 seconds on the clock, and this is an opportunity. Sith not able to get the beat from Zath, and Southern Miss making sure that this goes nowhere near their box.
Yeah, we are 40 small, short seconds away from another overtime situation, almost 8 minutes of it in the game number one between these two teams. Every other game has been a one-score difference, so surprise me not if we get down to that situation. Southern Miss starting their own run right now. Melodic, wow, tries to put this against the ground, but Zath is not in any position whatsoever, is actually going for boost right there, so a little bit of a misplay for the Southern Miss offense.
Melodic in the air. Is he going to do something stunning? This is a 50 down. Oh my goodness! The seconds. What? He gets the... Was that a pancake or is that just a... I don't know what it was, but it was beautiful. Astro sends it in, and with 11 seconds left, Southern Miss take the lead.
Man, we're talking about scoring droughts again. Illinois State University has scored one time in the past 12 minutes or so, people. In that time, the three right here for Southern Miss is going to be so crucial.
Oh.
Illinois State does nothing with the 11 seconds that they have left to live. And this is another win for Southern Miss. A reverse sweep, folks. Get the brooms out the closet. Southern Miss has done it.
This